I mean, we believe in the thesis of allocating the right capital to the right opportunity. You can live with regulation, do have significant investments.
Hello, I'm Diego. I'm here in Madrid with Cristina from Octopus. Hello, Cristina.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us. It's a
you.
pleasure to be here in Madrid with you.
Thanks a lot.
For us to start, can you please give us an overview of Octopus, please?
Sure. I am head of Spain for Octopus Capital, as well as co-head of the European real estate investment business. Octopus Capital is a specialist alternative investment manager with about 17 billion under management across real estate, sustainable infrastructure, and private markets. In real estate, we manage about 4.4 billion. And all of our strategies focus on living and healthcare. We have three products: affordable housing, healthcare, i.e. care homes, as well as senior living. And we invest throughout the full life cycle, from development and value add to long-term whole investment strategies.
Spain has going through an amazing moment, right?
Yep.
I was in Germany Monday, Tuesday. Everybody was jealous about Southern Europe in general. The mood there was a little bit different from what I can see here.
Yeah.
But the question is how to keep this money or this interest here in Spain for the long term and not just as a value add or an opportunistic strategy.
Yes, I mean, for us, Spain is a long-term strategy or a long-term opportunity, definitely. Southern Europe in general, but Spain in particular. This is staying on several factors. Of course, the demographics are particularly good for our products. You have a combination of aging population as well as cultural changes, changes in the labor market that have specifically affected domestic help. So there's a lot of demographic trends that are underpinning all of our strategies, and thus helping us manage risk very efficiently. Of course, there's also an ongoing lack of supply across all of our strategies. We are probably short of about 700,000 units in affordable/residential. We are probably short of about 270,000 beds in care homes. So it's a great underlying dynamic, again, that help us manage downside risk. So we view housing and living products like healthcare increasingly as social infrastructure. We think that it's we in the real estate sector tend to think about this imbalance between supply and demand as a residential problem, but it truly is an economic problem, because when your key workers, for example, cannot find a reasonable place to live close to where they work, then that affects the whole life of the city. You can have either a virtuous cycle where everything goes well and the city grows rapidly, or the opposite, just because you start having problems and you cannot give the support to the population. So the jury is out there with regards to some of our biggest cities. Obviously, Madrid has experienced amazing growth, as have as well Valencia and Malaga. And I think the jury is out there whether we're going to be able to develop the social infrastructure that can help make this growth sustainable.
Yeah, this is good to see, and especially after COVID, we see this movement in terms of having a better life quality, to have more balance life, and the Southern Europe countries are being able to attract talents and people.
Yeah, we believe in the thesis of allocating the right capital to the right opportunity, and in our mind, because we're so focused on long-term investment, We believe there's a very real opportunity in Southern Europe, and again, Spain specifically, to attract that long-term capital that wants, downside risk potential and long-term defensive inflation-linked income, as well as measurable impact, both on sustainability and social impact as well.
When you talk with investors, I believe that 10, 15 years ago, you need to justify Spain, right? You need to sell really hard.
Hard sell.
Yes. And nowadays, I believe that is easier, is becoming core. Is there any issue that they raise in terms of regulation, in terms of anything that can be a block for them?
Obviously, we have a very fractured regulatory landscape because a lot of the real estate regulation and in general regulation tends to be at the regional level. So obviously you have 17 regions and hence 17 sets of regulation. So that complexity, obviously, it's not an advantage, but it is what it is. For players like us with a local presence, you can live with regulation and just adapt to whatever it is. It's more difficult to deal with regulation that changes all the time. I think that's what really affects your ability as a country to attract investment. It's not that you have regulation, because every single country in the world has regulation, especially in housing, healthcare. It's when that regulation changes a lot that you have a bit of an issue. And, in Spain, again, it's another one of those where the jury is out there. Some of the sectors have been, they have had more modifications in regulation than others.
As you mentioned, senior living is emerging, is a demographic demand. Which steps this asset class needs to take it to become a really institutional product?
Yeah. For us, we consider ourselves a specialist in what we call the silver generation, right? So we do have significant investments both in healthcare care homes as well as senior independent living. We have one of the largest open-ended dedicated funds to care homes in the UK, about 2 billion worth of investment, more than 100 care homes. And then we have developed a number of retirement villages in the UK, again, about 2 billion of GDV. So we consider ourselves expert on both products. We cover all of them. It's a very interesting question. Obviously, there was a panel yesterday on the topic, and as you could see, there's a divergence of views on what's the right product and what's the right way, what's the right business model. Seniors are people, there's a little bit of everything. There's people who have a lot of money, there's people who don't have a lot of money. And we believe that living solutions that cater specifically to this sector will 100% develop over time. It's just the law of numbers. They will represent a significant part of the population in Spain, but in general in Europe. And it's very important to develop living solutions for this segment. First of all, to cater to their own needs, also because they are currently occupying real estate and it's very inefficient. They are occupying real estate that does not fit their needs right now. It's probably too big, too expensive to run, and they would be happier in a different setup. So that's what we're aiming for. So for us, Spain is a key piece in the pan-European expansion puzzle with regards to senior.
In terms of culture,
yeah.
What is the difference that you see between the countries in terms of senior living and healthcare? There are some countries that they're more resistant to be in a such environment or no? What is your feeling?
There's always cultural nuances, but there is also lessons learned and things that you can implement throughout different European jurisdictions. like in any other asset class. You know, we are leveraging on our UK teams and our UK expertise. We obviously have a local team here based in Madrid, so we do have the boots on the ground. And then we are meeting and establishing relationships with local partners based in Spain to make sure that we can combine that expertise that we bring from other markets that maybe are more developed, are more mature markets, and the local, and we can cater to the local nuances culturally of the public here.
Okay, Cristina, final question. What is the key takeaways that you take from the conference?
Well, obviously, very strong interest from the investment community in Spain, underpinned by the fact that we have better macroeconomic prospects than some of our neighbors, as well as the fact that we might be a bit shielded from, you know, some of the consequences of the conflict in the Middle East. Obviously, 70% of our energy comes from renewable resources, so we're a bit more shielded than other European jurisdictions. So very strong interest. And this is not new because, you know, I've heard this in every single GRI Spain that I've attended to, the importance of having strong local partners, especially now. I think this cycle is about operational risk, operating your assets efficiently and giving a good level of service ultimately to your residents. And for that, you know, obviously strong local partnerships are absolutely key.
Cristina, thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.